Matt Saltz. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Welcome to Besties, show about Do It Best and its store owners. This is Do It Best is a lot of people have not heard of Do It Best. It's a hardware store franchise throughout the country, throughout the world, but throughout America.
Yep.
And it's number 2 in the country. And my theory 2 years ago was, how could it possibly be number 2? I've never heard of it. There's no commercials. Well, I proved it to myself that it's the friendliness of the CEO, of the store owners, the employees, the customers, and the suppliers. It's a network. It's a family, and it's an extended family. I heard about you. You are the CEO, the chief meat slicer of Charqui Jerky.
We try not to take ourselves too seriously. Yeah. We like that around here.
Tell me, and that you are a Charqui Jerky is signed a deal recently in recent months with Do It Best to distribute your jerky in the Do It Best stores.
Yeah, it's a just like what you talked about. It's a family run group, and so we're based here in Central Ohio. We have an all natural meat snack brand.
Wait! You're not doing Central Ohio justice. Powell, Ohio.
Powell, Ohio. Mm-hmm. Of course, a suburb up in just north of Columbus, so right in the center of the state, pretty much.
And how did you migrate to Powell, Ohio?
Well, I live in another suburb just kind of to the west of here in Dublin, and how we ended up in this facility is really it's kind of a fun story. It's really luck.
Wait, in 2013, you were manufacturing your own. I want to show the people here. You were kind enough to send me some samples, and my wife said, "This is the most magnificent packaging," and I agree. This is the sesame sweet.
Yeah,
I haven't opened it yet. You agreed to let me test it out on air. This is Sunday Hangover.
That one tastes like a Bloody Mary. Mm-hmm. We have a little bit of fun. Like I said, we don't take ourselves totally seriously around here.
This is spicy.
It's a sweet and hot flavor. It's pretty good. You're gonna like it if you like sweet and hot.
What is jerky?
It's beef. Well, we're making it with beef. You can make it with turkey. You can make it with pork. You can do all kind of chicken.
This is vintage.
That's our number 1 seller. It's our award-winning one. That's the one we won the award with.
Are you working on a secret fifth type of jerky right now?
We have one more that's going to come out this year. It's a barbecue flavored. It's going to be called Sweet BBQ, and so that'll be out at the end of this year. And then we've got a couple that we're working on. We're just trying to fine tune it right now.
But the fifth one, the newcomer in coming months, is Sweet BBQ.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. It'll be my personal favorite one when we get it out.
I'm in Fort Wayne. I should have asked you this in advance. Do you know, in Fort Wayne, are your jerkies already in the stores or not yet?
They're in some of them. So how it kind of worked out, you talked about the family process. We had it's called Zettler Hardware, just less than a mile from our facility here, 2 miles, maybe it's 2 miles. And
is that a Do It Best or not? Yeah,
it is a Do It Best. So the Zettler family has had a hardware store for as long as I can remember in this area. And it candidly, I told them this when we met with them. I was like, I never thought about going in there, and I don't know why. We were hitting up all the grocery stores and the markets and some convenience stores and places like that, and we never stopped in. And finally I drove by one night and I had product in my car, and this was like last October. And so I stopped in, and the general manager at the time was kind enough to like, okay, let's give it a try. I was like, listen, we're right around the corner. I think a lot of people in this area know us. I think we can do okay here, but I don't know. And we always tell people on our first order, like, if it doesn't sell, we'll buy it back. So try to take the risk off of
sure.
Right. And sure enough, we put it in there, and it starts selling pretty well.
Did it look like this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, did it look like this in 2013?
It did not. I was looking at right, so I saw me looking behind me. I was trying to see if any of our old bags were here. don't have any nearby. Didn't look like that in 2013. It was a little bit different, but
it wasn't as good of a marketing packaging back then.
it was more simple.
Yeah.
At that time I designed it. Like we just, it was, you know, it was a label that was put on a craft paper bag. And
Who designed this?
we have a designer that is based actually down in Tennessee, and she does a fantastic job.
Are you at liberty to give her a shout out?
Oh yeah, her name's Jenny Mann. She's fantastic. And so she is really good and really creative, and we kind of
oh man, kudos to her.
Yeah.
And so they sold out of your jerky at the local Do It Best.
Yeah, and it was sold pretty well. And what happened is a brokerage firm called SKKR out of kind of the Chicago area. One of their reps and one of their bigger they have multiple brands that they rep, but one of their bigger ones is Weber Grills. And so one of their reps, Todd, was in one of the store, was in Zettler Hardware, and was asking like anything new, anything interesting. He's like, well, this jerky is selling really well. And so this was like in January
of this year.
Of this year, yeah. And so so Todd immediately called. It's like, it was a pretty funny story. We still laugh about it a little bit. He calls me at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. I think it was like a Monday or a Tuesday night.
Wait, in the evening, yes.
Yeah, and it was, you know, he was kind of like, I'm with this company, I saw your product up here, and Weber Grills, and I'm just like, what are you talking? It's very confusing. But anyway, they broker Weber Grills, and they're like, hey, Weber's doing all these spices. We're getting into sauces and stuff like that. And so a lot of the hardware stores are buying this product, and I think this product could do well. And so so they, like the next couple of weeks after this first connection that I made with SKKR, they were heading to all their spring vendor shows. So I'll be out in Indianapolis at the end of September, middle of September, for the vendor show for Do It Best. And so they took it to the vendor shows for all these, you know, hardware systems that they're in, and the feedback on it was really, really positive. And so Do It Best was kind of the first one to bite on it. And so they agreed to bring us in with their dropship program, which they've already started doing that. We've got a handful of locations that we're in across the country. And then what's going to happen is you talked about the owners, and they have a membership. I believe they're called members, is how Do It Best categorize their owners. And I'm not going to get the name of the committee right, but basically it's, you know, 1,400 of their members that try all new products that are part of this committee, I'll call it, will receive some product here pretty soon. And Do It Best, because we committed to doing that, Do It Best said that we could get a chance to get a crack at their warehouse, which, you know, really expands kind of our footprint. It'll be in their systems. They can order it directly. They can order it by piece. And so over the next few months, you'll start to see it quite a bit.
Matt, that's an amazingly rapid ramp up. Oh, and so what month do you anticipate? Would you hope that Charqui jerky will be in every Do It Best store? It'd take a wild hope.
It'll take some time, yeah. I mean, the members obviously have a chance, but we have a merchandising display that is really good looking.
This year or next year?
It will probably start in September after the show. The show is, I think, it's like mid-September, and so we'll be out there and we'll be able to engage and talk with some of the members out there, get them a sample product.
Do you think that there's Charqui jerky in Fort Wayne right now?
There is not in Fort Wayne yet, not yet, but there will be.
Before we go on, I've got to do this or I will forget.
Yeah, give it a try. Which one do you want?
Yeah, you were kind enough to send me jerky in the mail, and oh, your last name is Saltz. When did you make your first? Which is ridiculous that you are Matt Saltz and that you're the CEO of a salty. I mean, it's salty. Jerky tastes salty, yeah. Correct?
I'll throw another one at you, Joe. This is a great one. You're gonna laugh. So National Jerky Day is June 12th.
Yes.
And it is my birthday.
Oh.
It just, I guess it comes full, doesn't it?
That is impossibly cool. You are the king of jerky. You're the jerky king.
There's a few brands that are out there that are doing pretty okay right now. We've got some.
I was trying to get my wife and son are not here right this second, but I wanted them to give me a thumbs up off screen regarding the tastiness, you know, and just give a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sure.
You know, some people will like one kind better than others. This is again, this is sesame sweet. Oh, it already smells good. I wasn't
It's teriyaki blend.
Say that again.
It's kind of a teriyaki style. It's got a little bit to it.
Yeah, 11. That's an 11. No, I'm kidding. You know, they say you shouldn't eat on camera, and they're right. But yeah, that's we'll say that's an 8. And this is sesame sweet. We're gonna speed through this because this is obnoxious to be eating on camera. This is spicy. Give me an anecdote.
I would do that one last. Your taste buds might be a little bit
I'm not gonna open it yet. I opened it, but I'm not. I'll do this the Sunday hangover since today is Monday. Today is Monday, right? Yeah, today's Monday. I lose track. Oh, when did you make your first jerky, Matt?
Our first sale wasn't until 2016, and we found the facility here that we're currently in.
But did you grow up enjoying, loving jerky?
You know, not like, you know, that I would think I'd make a career out of it. We always kind of felt like jerky was kind of like a naughty treat that you'd get from a gas station, and you didn't really want people seeing you eat it. And that was kind of the marketing point that we started with. Like, we wanted to make a product that people were proud of. We have ingredients. It's U.S. sourced beef. We make it right here in Ohio. Like, a really positive, clean experience versus, you know, sometimes when you flip the bag around and you look at some ingredients and things like beef jerky, you wouldn't be very proud of what's in there. And so we have a pretty clean label, an all natural product that is certified by the USDA.
See, this is beautiful. The packaging is beautiful because beef jerky is not beautiful. It's a piece of beef, but if you package it well, then it becomes something beautiful. And I'm giving a 9 to the Sunday hangover. I'm only giving it a 9 because I want to save room for a 10. You know, I can't. You know, you can't do it goes up to 11. The volume goes up to 11. You know, that's ridiculous. That's in a movie, isn't it? This is vintage. We're gonna save the best for last. This is vintage, and this is the main. Oh yeah, what are the percentages of sales regarding Sunday hangover versus the others?
So vintage and spicy are 2 best sellers, and they're
50%
between the 2 of them, closer to like 60.
Okay,
and then the other 2 are pretty equal too. So it's kind of like 1A and B, and then 2A and B. As far as like sales go for each one.
Yeah, the vintage is more mainstream, like you said. But I have some bite in it. It's got some nice I taste the spice. We'll give it a 8.5. We'll give it 8.5. I'm saving the best for last, Matt. I'm amazed that you were born on. See, I don't know. Did they make National Jerky Day on your birthday, or were you born on National Jerky Day? That's the question.
That's great. I don't know when it started. I have a feeling one of the brands started it to kind of pat themselves on the back. But
Matt, who gave you who do you credit for your work ethic? You obviously are a hard worker, a creative worker, a networker. Who do you get some of these skills from back in the day?
You know, probably my mom, and you know, seeing some of my things my brothers did. They're brothers who are partners in this venture. You know, they always, you know, they worked really hard, and I kind of saw that when they were a little bit older than me. I'll say a lot older than me, but they instilled that. And my mom was always grinding things out. So
well, that's cool. That's cool that even you're giving credit to your brothers. That's cool. That's very cool. Spicy blew my head off.
It's hot. It's a good one.
I'll give it an 8.5. I'm giving Sunday Hangover the award.
The winner.
Yes, we are, believe it or not, out of time. You've been a wonderful guest on Besties, the show about the Do It Best Network. You're now in the Do It Best Network. Charqui Jerky is in the Do It Best Network. Thank you.
Thanks for your time, Joe. Thanks for everything.